Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Increasing Your Car's Value by Militarizing It. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, comment, and follow us. Also, I'd like to tell you about a new service called HollywoodIsCalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase live calls with more than 100 celebrities. You can purchase a live 15-second call for $19.95. Or you can purchase a live 30-second call for $29.95. You can buy the calls for yourself or as a gift for somebody you care about. You can buy them randomly or you can buy them as holiday gifts. It's a lot of fun and nothing surprises someone more than getting a call from their favorite movie star. So give it a try. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now, let's get started. With 30 million Americans out of work and millions of people about to get evicted, we now predict that for many of them, their cars will soon become their homes for the next year or two until they get back on their feet, until the economy returns to its former strength. Now, if you own a vehicle now or you're trying to sell one, then we're going to show you how you can increase its value in this highly uncertain time by militarizing it. Now, we're going to operate under the following assumptions. The first assumption is that cars will have more value if they're able to serve as a temporary home for someone who is homeless or out of work. Now, that means the more volume or interior space your car has, the better. Everyone likes the market value of sports cars, but it's the SUVs and the small vans with all the internal room that will make the best mobile homes and temporary living space for the growing population of the unemployed and the homeless. Next, you want to militarize your car so that it's safe even in the worst neighborhoods or rural living conditions. First, you need all-terrain tires and a great suspension. Next, if your vehicle doesn't have one, then you'll need a locking gas cap to prevent what will no doubt become a huge problem with gas being stolen from your car in bad neighborhoods. Next, you'll want to check the laws in your state and see how much your windows can be tinted. See what the legal limits are. Most states will allow you to tint the back and rear windows and make them quite dark. Now, some states will also let you put a lighter tint on the front windows. The idea here is to prevent people from seeing inside your car as much as possible. You can also add sliding curtains that will further reduce your visibility and give you and your family more privacy. The next thing you want to do is you want to add Wi-Fi or a hotspot to your car so that everyone in the family can have Wi-Fi. The only thing that's worse than being homeless is being homeless and not having access to the internet. Why do I say that? Well, it's because you need ongoing internet access so that you can continue your online job search and so that your kids can continue to study in the car and stay in touch with family and friends. Very important. The next thing you need to do is to put a small hidden safe in the trunk of your vehicle. It will allow you to safely store your most valuable possessions like your ID, your gun, your money, and important paperwork. If you just leave them in your car, then it's possible that someone could smash the windows and take your property, and that would be a real problem for a family that is already struggling. Now, if you can't afford a safe or you don't have one, then you can always go to your nearest bank and rent a safety deposit box for 12 months. That's probably even better than having a safe in your trunk. Now, the next thing you need to do is to install a car alarm with both GPS tracking and a perimeter sensor so that if, heaven forbid, someone steals your car while you're in the store or something, then you can immediately call the police and tell them where your vehicle is located just by looking at the GPS tracking on your trapping app that you'll put on your smartphone. Now, having a perimeter sensor is also really important because it will sense when someone is standing too close to the car and let you know with a chirping sound or a siren. That's a huge advantage because when you're homeless, you can sometimes get stuck in really bad areas where every every other person is coming up to your car and checking it to see if there's anything worth stealing inside. A perimeter sensor will keep most of those random street criminals and car thieves at bay and cause them to move on down the street to another less secure vehicle. Now, in the Old West, they used to hang people for stealing horses because everyone knew that having your horse stolen could be a matter of life and death out in the brutal Old West. Without your horse, you might not be able to walk to the nearest town or even get to water, and that's why horse thieves were so despised and hung. Today, if you steal a car belonging to a homeless person, you're essentially stealing their home and their ability to survive in bad weather, and that can be a very life-threatening if you're already down on your luck. The next thing you can do to increase the value of your vehicle is you can militarize it by adding special lights to the exterior and high-performance all-terrain tires. You should also add a motorized winch to the front bumper, and you should add a hidden kill switch to prevent the car from being stolen if the car's alarm doesn't prevent them from taking it. The next thing you want to do is to add a larger and more powerful alternator, and you want to have a mechanic add another high-capacity battery to the trunk of the car so you can run your electrical accessories all night long off the second battery without draining the primary battery that you'll need in the morning to start the car. Now, adding the larger alternator will be necessary to keep both batteries fully charged. The next thing you want to do is you want to add cold food storage capabilities to the vehicle. Have a mechanic install a small refrigerator into your vehicle so that it can prevent your food from spoiling prematurely. The next thing you want to do is you want to make your car as invisible as possible by making the car as unnoticeable as possible. The way to do this is to make the car's color gray. Gray cars are not very noticeable or memorable, and that's what you want. You want to be inconspicuous. You want your car or SUV or van to be the one on the street that no one notices because you don't want attention. Getting too much attention means that car criminals and car thieves will start targeting your car, and that's the last thing you want. Another thing you may want to do is to download police radio apps to your phone so that you can be aware of what the police are doing in your area. If there's too much crime, then this will give you the heads up you need to relocate to another lower crime neighborhood or area, or even to move further out into the country. Now, when you're living out of your car, the qualities that are most important are security, safety, and shelter. If you have those things, then you can increase your chances of getting back on your feet. Lastly, if you are living out of your car with your children, then you want to locate near where the schools are so that you can continue attending them while you work on improving your situation. So with that, I want to thank you for watching, and we will talk to you soon.